basically starting off with a plan and organization with your workflow. Start by setting specific goals and creating a plan for each session. This could include deciding which beats you want to work on, setting a time limit for each beat, and prioritizing tasks based on importance. Now, it's easy to talk about making beats and stuff like that when we talk about like creative workflow, because like it kind of transfer into working on computer programs kind of across the board. So this goes for all artists. And I say my examples of this would be specifically with the creatives that work day jobs and work away from home and don't have like a lot of time to specifically sit and lock in on their creative tasks. You gotta be more meticulous with your planning and know how much time you gonna have to work and how much time it take you to do certain things. So I say, for example, with me, when I'm at work and I got small breaks, I already know, like, if I got more than 20 minutes, I'm going to be able to at least put an idea down. Or I'm going to be able to at least take some notes or gain some more research for what something I could bring to completion once I get home and shit like that. The plan starts mentally before I even, you know what I'm saying, start working on anything. So when I'm hands off, I'm already planning in my mind how much time I got, what I'm going to be able to do, and what it's going to take me to do it. Already kind of having a vision for what you want to do so that you don't really spend so much time wandering through your idea.
Yeah.
That's how I say.
Yeah, like the whole point of workflow optimization is to not become overwhelmed. It's about creating effective systems. You doing what comes first, what works first. You can experiment later. It's the flow state is what you want to get used to. You know, it's time spent versus the progress. Like, are you spending a lot of time on something and it ain't too much progress being made? Or are you spending about 20 minutes and it's damn near done? You know, it's all about organization and accessibility. And what that can look like, for instance, for a producer, it could look like file management. It could look like sound selection, shortcuts. You know, workflow optimization is the process of streamlining and refining the steps involved in your whole process. So this really is about maximizing your productivity and efficiency so you can have a big output. So you identify what's taking you too long, what's getting in the way of pumping out this in a timely manner. Just eliminating all the unnecessary stuff. So this could look like you setting up presets and templates. Or if you're a painter, having your stuff already set out. Having your brushes already clean from when you worked on the last painting. You know, having a designated workspace. You know, not working on your bed, you know, like in your room.
For real. No, that counts for real, because it's things that go into your psychology, you know what I'm saying, and your body chemistry, that when you sitting up straight, when you in a workspace rather than in somewhere that's comfortable, like being outside of your comfort zone can help you work better in ways that you probably haven't discovered before. Like, it's like this quote that come to mind, like Lil Wayne, where he be like, man, they always like, I need a beat, I needed this, I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as to be inspired to create, you know what I'm saying? If that's your job, if that is really, I view creating, inspiring, and enlightening as a large part of my life purpose. So optimizing my workflow is bringing value to myself in ways where it make it easier for me to get through the frustration of wanting to create and have the ideas seen by other people. Presets is a big thing, and templates, to where you can just open up your program and jump right in. You know, like, it's especially with stuff like Procreate. Like, I spent countless minutes watching tutorials on how to just set up the pen with the pressure sensitivity and all of that. But that's bringing value to myself through workflow optimization, because I know what I want it to look like, but how do I get there? It's a lot of little tweaks and stuff I can't be doing when it come down to I'm trying to put this idea out by the time the weekend over.
Yeah, my client need this in 2 days.
Exactly.
You know, your workflow, that's going to flow into your professionalism.
Exactly.
So you not telling your clients, oh, my turnaround time is 3 weeks.
Exactly.
When it could just be shortened into a week.
Exactly.
You know, when the initial deposit is sent, 2 days from when the initial deposit is sent.
Exactly.
You got to optimize your creativity so you can enhance your productivity, and that goes into your output, so you're not reducing your output. And that's not saying to sacrifice your quality. It's just all about saving time. That can go into planning, you prioritizing what to do. Like, okay, I'm gonna work on this, or this is the more important project to work on. It just helped avoid wasting like so much time on low priority stuff. Yeah. You know, like, oh, where is this brush? Where is this cake? Where is this fabric? Like,
exactly.
But the setting up process, which is the workflow, that's gonna eliminate all that.
Exactly. It's a whole process where we streamlining and refining the stuff that's involved with producing the creative work, with the goal of being of maximum productivity. You know what I'm saying? And being efficient with the output that we making, because really time just be going faster and faster, and it's just like we could get lost in our creation to where 15 minutes turn to 3 hours. So going back to the customer satisfaction thing, where you working with a client, they don't understand how much brain power, time and effort, individual talent and inspiration goes in, and skill set, knowledge and skill set just goes into doing something simple. So you could get caught in that whole trap of analysis paralysis, where it turns into procrastination because your workflow isn't optimized for your greatest capability. When I'm thinking about it, it's real hard to fit this creative stuff in to your daily life when you're trying to pay bills. Levels of responsibilities vary between a lot of people. So I believe when I'm speaking from Create, Inspire, Enlighten, we got to fit this in, because the AI really about to take over the whole output as far as the consumer versus creator, like you was talking about yesterday.
That's another thing that can help with your workflow is the AI.
For real.
Putting your image into Mid-Journey, whatever, and it gives you...
That goes into tools and technology.
Yeah. It gives you a few more variations, or it cuts down your long form content. You know, certain websites that do that, you know, so you don't have to do it manually, you know, just little stuff like that. Also, like, having feedback works with your workflow. A second ear or a second eye, second pair of eyes. Because like you said, 15 minutes can turn into 3 hours. We can get desensitized. You listen to that same 8-bar loop for about 20 minutes.
Motherfucker get hypnotized. Like, God damn, hold on.
You getting sucked into it, you know.
Yeah.
To the point where you like, man, this shit off key, man, this shit off beat. You looking at the painting, you zoomed in on the painting. You know, you ain't even take a step back from it. That's something we learned in school. I don't know, like Mr. K class, that was something he taught us. He was like, step back from the painting, from the drawing, because you in it like this. You know, you so leaned into it. So step back. Then you see like, oh, okay. You less sensitized, less desensitized to it.
For real.
So the feedback goes into that, because somebody else, they're like, nah, bro, that shit hard. You're like, all right, I don't need I don't need to change this. I don't need to change that. You know, the beat is on beat. The painting is on grid. Stuff like that.
I feel like feedback and stuff like that, it help you get rid of that imposter syndrome. Like a lot of us, we know what we doing. We done it before, but for some reason, while you doing it, it don't feel like it's right for some reason.
Right.
And I feel like feedback and you know what I'm saying, getting a different perspective and even a fresh set of eyes and ears, take a day and come back to it, or you know what I'm saying, start on something new and then try to forget all about it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come back, you'll see, oh, hold on, this actually do look right. This is, you know what I'm saying, especially when you show other people that don't do the same thing as you, or people that everybody gonna see it in a different way as you.
Definitely.
So that's one of the highest, you know, what would you say? I say it's like a power up, an increase on your workflow.
Yeah.
When you show somebody that you trust, you know what I'm saying, in the early stages, that would give you honest feedback or even additional input.
Yeah.
And that could help you finish your projects even faster.
Yeah. It's a thin line because, man, it seems like no matter what you say to certain creatives, like, they gonna be insecure, you know? Like,
yeah,
sometimes you can't override people's little negative voice in their head, you know, whatever. You can't override people's analysis paralysis, stuff like that. But
hey, I take that personally, bro. I'm gonna take that one on the chin, bro.
no, because it's like, you'll be like, no, that's hard, and you know, they still thinking like, no, I gotta go change this, when that time could have just been spent for something else, another creation.
No, for real. I relate to that majorly, and I want to try to encourage, even doing stuff like this, I want to try to encourage creatives like, man, show your work, show your process, open up your followers to your world of creativity, because believe it or not, it might seem like the whole world of creatives and art and media and stuff like that is so small and so condensed, but really we is part of a small percentage of people that can actually flesh out our ideas and inspire other people. We could change people's lives. We could help people quit drugs. We could help people not commit suicide. We could help people come up with business ideas to change their family life and their own life. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's a bigger picture to this whole thing. And if we get locked up in our ego and our perception of how people may judge us, or what it is it I say like trendy or not, or is it on, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to describe it right now. But
like, is it trendy? Is they gonna fuck with this? Is this too me? You know?
Yeah. I feel like a big part is motherfuckers get wrapped up in that one thing when really niggas need to be trying to put out 100 of those things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I've been telling myself lately. On top of the, you know what I'm saying, working with imposter syndrome, like getting over the fact, like, bro, it's good. Just put it out, because once you start putting stuff out, that's the only way for somebody to judge it. Nobody could judge you off one song. Nobody could judge you off 5 pictures. I'm not a 50, like, for real, because if you look at it, it take an average artist like more than 70 songs, make more than 70 songs to even get noticed. So it's like, at the end of the day, if we not following our creative passions for ourselves and the betterment of the world around us first, then we gonna always get caught up in that, oh man, I need to, because we thinking about what somebody else did.
Yeah.
When we're trying to bring something that nobody has done before.